Today I'm going to show you the two best hosting services that are good and cheap, just the way we like it. So, let's jump right into the first one. I'm not going to make this video too long. We're just going to compare this one with the other hosting to see which might be the best, although honestly, either one you choose is pretty solid. We are looking for more than price. We avoid cheap options that cause headaches. These services are both good and affordable. The first is on screen, link in description for best price. So, these hosting services I'm going to show you next have those two characteristics. They're good and cheap. The first one, as you can see on the screen, is this one right here, and I'll leave the link in the description so you can access the best price available at the moment. Basically, you're going to go here, click where it says hosting, and you're going to find the hosting you need. Typically, the hosting that most people need is WordPress, so let's click there. Now we are going to go down a little bit here, and we are going to realize that this is actually the cheapest of all because look, we can get a price of $280 per month, and if we increase this a little more, we can get a price of $250 per month. And we're going to start comparing this to the other service, and it's this one over here called Bana Hosting, which is also pretty good and also has some very good prices. Let's click on hosting and then on web hosting. Even though it doesn't have the same title as the WordPress topic, it serves the same purpose. It's just that for marketing reasons, they might label it as web or WordPress so that people feel like there are packages specifically for them, but basically, it's the same thing. And as you can see here, we find packages starting at $4.95, which is honestly higher than the other one. But obviously, if you choose the annual package, it's going to be cheaper for you. It'll be about 10% off. Obviously, in comparison between these two, the cheaper one would end up being AltaHost. It's up to you whether you want to go for it or not, but remember that the longer you sign up for, the bigger the discount you will get. Let's compare the intermediate plan between these two to see what differences we might find. Let's set both to monthly mode to see the final price. With AltaHost, even paying for 1 month is cheaper than Bana Hosting. Here, it's $4.95, and there, it's $3.50. Now the difference is that, well, first of all, let's start looking at the features between them. The first thing is the website. Both plans only allow us to host one website. This is the cheapest plan. The next one has 30 GB of NVMe SSD storage, meaning fast storage. There is unlimited space, explaining why this one is a bit more expensive than AltaHost. It allows up to 10,000 monthly visits. It's not shown, but expected. Then this one allows us to have up to 10,000 monthly visits. In this case, it doesn't show that, but we can also expect it. I think there's a similar statistic, although over here it even says unlimited transfer. Then over here it says we have a free WordPress manager. It doesn't say anything about this here, because remember, 2000 yen. So, this is web hosting, but if what we have is a one-click WordPress installer, it's a bit different, but in the end, it turns out to be the same thing. Then we have an email account, and here it doesn't tell us anything about emails, but we will still be able to create them within the platform. WordPress acceleration isn't our focus. We emphasize memory power and the USA data center. Upsly has 2 databases, but comparison is tough. Bana Hosting offers more options, while AltaHost is cheaper. Monthly membership is $3.50, but a 3-year plan is $250 monthly, half of Bana Hosting's price. AltaHost charges $5.50. Just remember again that in this case, if we go for the monthly membership, it's going to charge us $3.50, but if you set it for 2 or 3 years, for example, if we set it for 3 years, we'll see that it comes out to $250 a month, which is practically half of what it would cost here at Bana Hosting. The only difference is that here we get more options. If we come here to compare the recommendations from both platforms, we would find a big difference, and it might be worth it to choose one over the other. For example, here it costs $5.50 a month at AltaHost when you sign up for 3 years, but this only allows you 100 websites. While here we can have unlimited websites as long as the space allows it, and it will allow it because the space is completely unlimited as we see here. So, it's worth paying that little extra because here we do have limited space. In this case, each website should average about a gig so that you can have 100 websites because remember, no matter how many sites these packages say you can have, you're totally dependent on the storage and how much your sites weigh. While most sites don't weigh too much, it's still important to point out because some people think they can create as many websites as they want, and when their disk fills up, their available storage runs out. They won't be able to keep creating websites. And well, here you already have free email accounts and all that, while here, they don't mention anything about it, but it's something we already have within the platform. Personally, I've already tried beta hosting. I test it month by month, and I know that you can indeed create these email accounts without any issues. 2 options. Links below. Remember that in the description, you'll find both links so you can come and get either of these 2 to see which one you like better, or you can just try them out because both are really affordable. Depending on which one you like more,